Welcome to the second vlog, second August vlog, I guess. My next weekly vlog. I am freshly back from my parents' house. I did finish up Lost Gods there. That's what's nice about going to my parents' house, is that where do you think the reading came from? I really enjoyed it. I'm really excited that I have another book by Brom. I'm very interested to pick up his other stuff. The other one that I'm really interested in is the Peter Pan one, the Child Stealer, is that what it's called? Child Thief, something like that. But no, I had a good time. This lady is now my background because I think she's beautiful. But no, I did finish this up. I finished it up this morning while it stormed. And now I do have a bunch of stuff to unbox, and then we're gonna see what we read next. So, next up, this right here is a series that once I finish it, I know I've read the first two. I don't know if I read all three of them, but this is a middle grade fantasy series that I can absolutely pass on to my classroom once I'm done rereading them. And it is by Hilary Bell. I love Hilary Bell. I have historically really loved Hilary Bell. She was my favorite, like, young adult fantasy author growing up. The Farcela trilogy, Knight and Rogue. But this right here is the Shield, Sword, and Crown. So we start, this is book 1, Shield of Stars, and then we've got Sword of Waters and Crown of Earth. I think I maybe did read all three of them, but I've got these. And then this right here is, not sure what this is. It's either I feel like the pre-order. I'm not super sure what this is. Oh, no. This is one that is a special edition that I bought off of TikTok. It is House of the Beast by Michelle Wong. It's just, I think it just looks cool and fun and pretty. So I do have this. And then I've got big old Amazon box, which I'm sure has some stuff for school in it. But I'm sure that's not all it has. So we will give that a look. Okay. So first up, I do have another by Paul Tremblay, which is a middle grade novel, actually. So this is one that I feel like I should be able to put in my classroom when I'm done with it. I've got some chair pockets. Are these the right size? They better be, because what they're getting. Oh, they look about the same size. Oh yeah, that'll be fine. And then little things of Play-Doh. So there's that. I was about to leave. I didn't want to forget to take our next book. So the next prompt that we are fulfilling for her kid is, let's see, this one. I need to start a series with 4 or more books in it, or continue a series that has 4 or more for me. So the first thing I'm going to do here actually is mark off number 1, because it's one that I need to put back in there. And then I am going to go and find a series where I have one with 4 or more books. And honestly, if I can't find one expediently, I kind of know of one that I could do. Or I could reread Dark Tower. I will be right back. Alright, so Wed is edited on with volume 3 of Bungo Stray Dogs. So I know that I have 3, 4, and 5 in the book wall. I can buy number 6 when I get around to it. It's probably sooner. Probably the next time I buy books, I should probably pick up volume 6 of Bungo Stray Dogs. But that is that, and this is now locked in for my series pick for 4 or more. The one I thought I was going to have to do was reread of Mortal Instruments. And I was not really into that idea. Hello, Jenny Jam. I'm back. But there's that. This is the beginning of another new week. We will see what it brings. It brings school. That's what it brings. School starts this week. Yes, I'm very tired because I got up at 4:30 this morning. We didn't shower. I decided today's just a pajama day. It's the last day of summer vacation. So it's a pajama day. I showered at noon and I put on some pajamas. I also updated 2 more covers. So Like Hell and Like a Fire are updating now, so we're slowly getting through. Slowly, eventually, I will have 0 Canva covers, and then I can feel safe again. And I do think they're better. They're better covers than the ones I had. Honestly, I put 0 thought or effort into my covers. So those are updating now, which is nice. So now I've got 4 of them done. So 3 Pentology books, and then like hell, hopefully I get another one done. If I could do a couple a week, that would be good, because not all of them have Canva covers, but a good chunk of them do. I am 41 chapter in the 3rd volume of Bungo Stray Dogs. I'm not liking it as much as I like number 2, but I'm glad that if I had to lock myself into a series I was mediocre on, that I have to read 4 volumes of or 4 books of, I'm glad it's a manga series, and maybe I will feel differently the farther I get in on this one. So I will likely finish this one today. I hope to finish this one. I gotta finish this today. And then we will see what we're reading next, but that's where we're at right now. so I'm on TikTok, and so much my TikTok right now is people talking about Alani Nu and how they're giving people strokes and heart attacks. And I don't drink Alani's. I like a Ghost. Ghost is my current energy drink of choice. I was on the C4 train for a while. Started with Rockstars. Monsters have made an appearance right now. I'm into Ghost. But I just saw somebody was like, oh, I'm still wearing elf makeup and drinking Alani's because I'm sick of cancel culture. I'm like, were Alani's canceled, or was it because people were going to the hospital? They were going to the hospital, ma'am. So fucking stupid. Alright, I did finish up volume 3 of Bungo Stray Dogs. It's not one of my favorite volumes. There was a lot of action. I prefer the volumes where there's more like character work. I don't know, action manga just really doesn't do it for me anymore. I don't know what it is. I do like the characters in this though. I love Rampo, however the hell you pronounce it. I love him, he's fun. I finished this up. So I'm going to pick my next Turkey prompt here. I'm also, I'll show you this one pick. I'll do this one. That's 2, I'll do this one. Teal, so it needs to be a book with a teal cover. So that is, oh, I just dropped it back in there. I don't want that in there. So I'm doing with this. Tell me what part, because I've realized that I'm kind of neglecting my Kindle. So we're gonna count around and see. This is 5, which would be that stack over there. So I gotta go find a teal book over there, which I actually see quite a few looking. So I will be right back. Okay, so for teal, I'm gonna read Freak's Law by Jane Flett. So I will talk to you when I have something to say. Hello, good morning. It's like 6. I've been up since like 5. I'm getting back into getting up at 5 because that's when I'm getting up during the school year. I'm not gonna. Normally I'd just get up and shower and go, but since it's just PD today, I'm not gonna go until maybe 6:30ish. I did sit here and read about 65 pages of Freak's Law. I'm enjoying it quite a bit. I don't know, I like it. The reviews on this are not great. I'm having a good time with it though. I think that the characters are fun. I think that the concept is fun. I think that it's just wacky enough, you know, it's just wacky enough. So yeah, I'm enjoying this one. I'm having it with my coffee and my little ghost mug. So yeah, I think I could definitely finish this quickly because I did just, like I said, I just sat down and powered through like 65 pages, very short chapters. It really kind of made me want to just keep going, which has been nice. I'm hoping that, again, I'm hoping I can finish this quickly. I only read 3 books last week. I would like to read more than 3 this week, even though it's the first week of school. Today's gonna be busy because not only do we have PD all day, but then we have open house until like fucking 8 or something. I don't know. Is it 8 or is it 6? I don't know. I don't know when it is. But I do know that I'm just gonna stay at the school and like, I'm gonna work on stuff obviously, but I'm also going to probably sneak in some reading here and there as I do. So just a little update there. I'm gonna finish up my coffee and I can shower and then probably take it off. That movie are my favorite. I mean, I love Said too, but like Shona and Louie. Oh my god. Hi, so I did get some packages. It is the end of the day. It is evening. I'm exhausted. I'm going to go to bed pretty quickly here. I'm fairly certain these are both books. If not, that's fine, but like I'm pretty sure. Yes, so I've got Looking for Group by Alexis Hall. Oh, this is by Alexis Hall. I didn't know this was by Alexis Hall. Look at that. This is just one that I picked up here. I also picked up whatever's in here. I don't know. Yeah, I know of Alexis Hall. I haven't read anything by Alexis Hall. Oh, okay. Lizzie Burton, The Buckminster Boy, which can be put in my classroom when I'm done with it. In terms of Freak's Law, I am 129 pages in. I'm really enjoying it so far. It's definitely kind of extreme in a way I wasn't expecting. I'm really liking it. I'm really interested to see how it goes. I'm really interested because I've got a character list at the beginning. I haven't met everybody yet. I'm interested to see where and how we meet some of these characters. So that I think that is going to be something interesting. Hi, it's the end of the day. It is 7:40 p.m. the night before school. I was gonna try and get some stuff done because I've done nothing but come home and go to bed yesterday too. And Sunday I wasn't really here. I was, but not a ton. I haven't gotten a ton done. Saturday I wasn't here at all. But then we went to Walmart, which is like an hour away, and I am tired and I get up at 5 tomorrow. I'm gonna do a quick update on what's going on. I did get some packages. I did read a bit more of Freak's Law. Loving it. Recommended it to a coworker today. I'm on page 174. So yeah, this, I did get a new Ghost CD. It's got Satanized on it, which I've been listening to a ton. It also has Marks of the Evil One. Those are the two that I know. I think I might know Umbra too. But this will be nice to have in the car next time I drive it. I don't know when that's gonna be, but it'll be sometime. I did, fucking hell. So one of the downsides of me not having my doing things at home is that my email has not been cleared out. So I haven't been, like, my chapbook isn't balanced. And so there's a sale on barnesandnoble.com, hardcovers 50% off. You know the drill. I can't get this open. Doesn't really matter. Well, let's just say, got 6 of those bad boys coming. I got this to put in my coffee at school. Just because I like to have dry creamer there. This is a mocha powder, but you can use it as a creamer. It's an instant cappuccino, just because I don't want to put it in the shared fridge. I don't have my own. I do have some books. I don't know if, I know the thrift books are for the classroom. I don't know if this is for me or for my class. It's for my class. It's for I get to read Watership Down in my classes. It's like Young Adult or Children's Lit is what it's called. I'm pumped. I love Watership Down. I've read it before, but it's gonna be fun to read it again. So there's that. And this is Let's See How Many Copies of Hoot, which is our first novel we're doing. 4 copies of Hoot. And I gotta process these and put them in my library spreadsheet tomorrow. Wonderful. Look at that. All right. So there's that. Tomorrow, you know, I'm gonna be tired first day of school and all, but I should be home by like 3:40 and I can get some stuff done. I can get my bearing. I can work on my fucking email inbox. So there's that. Tomorrow, first days of school are always my least favorite, because they're so unstructured and I like to like teach content and stuff. I don't like the get to know you expectations thing. So, you know, first 3 days, it'll be all this week. I have just my kids because we departmentalize. I teach elementary, but we departmentalize. I have just my 5th graders. I already missed last year's kids. We had our open house last night and I saw 4 of them. One of them came for a reason. She had a 40 book challenge prize that she because she had 40 books right before the end of the school year. So she came to collect her prize that came in after the school year. I had a boy whose cousin I have this year. He was kind of tour guiding them around because they're new to the district. And it was nice to see him. He was one of my favorites. Had one of my other favorites just come in just for fun. And then another girl came in with a 5th grader from the other class from last year. And she was in and out of it. So it was nice to see them. I'm sure I'll get a couple of visitors the first, couple days of school, especially. Maybe going forward. I had some of last year's 5th graders, last year's 6th graders come in, relatively here and there. It wasn't like constant, but it was here and there. You can tell that Jelly Jam's been using this hair more than I have recently because there's so much cat hair on it. So I expect the same, especially because this class was a bit, last year's class was a bit clingy. So I hope I hope they come in and visit, if only briefly. I know the other 5th grade teacher did not have the same kind of experience with last year's class. I mean, she obviously had a different class. I really loved my group. They were the best. They were the best. This year is gonna have a lot to live up to. And I thought that about last year because my first group was really well behaved. like nothing wrong with a really well behaved class. You know, like they were a nice ease into elementary because they were. I don't think they argued once. None of them argued once with me. Which if you teach elementary is super rare. If you teach anything, is super rare. But especially like upper elementary, you know, like, oh man, some arguers. And this year, I don't know that they argued either. There was some Y last year. I have one this year who is a bit of a known issue. But he was very bubbly and cheerful at open house. I think this year will be better for him than last year was, I hope. But I also tend to have a good hand with trouble kids. I had a pretty good success story with last year's 5th graders. And I'm thinking that's probably why I ended up with this one. I'm looking at this year's 4th graders. I'm like, oh God, what have I done to myself? But there's that. I will update you again tomorrow after school. I'll probably have more stuff to unbox. At the very least, more copies of Hoot. I hope they all come in before next Monday because that's when I want to start them. So I hope they all come in before then. If not, we might have to do a little bit of sharing. I might have a little bit too many copies. We generally don't. Well, I'll probably have to. I'm gotta figure out how to do my reading. Really. But that is that. I will talk to you probably tomorrow. Goodbye. Hi, we made it end of the first day, and we get second and the third, which are arguably worse because we've gone over most of the expectations and stuff. And sorry, there's a hair. Okay, you couldn't see because it was over the camera, but it was there. But first day's over. We survived. I read a little bit of Freak's Law this morning. Obviously, nothing happened. School's gone. I'm 199 now. It'd be great to finish this tonight. That'd be awesome. I might try to. It's like 5. I'm gonna get some stuff done. I've got my this. I did also get a package from bookshop.org because there's been quite a bit of book ordering going on the last couple weeks. But I got some books here. Let's see what we got. I kind of forgot. Okay, yeah, that's what it was. I was like, I kind of forgot what I ordered here. So the main reason I made this was I did pick up Ritual by Damien Eccles and Laura Davis. I really read everything that Damien Eccles writes. I don't believe in any of his magic stuff, but I do think that he's a very, he can really write. Like, he's really just so good at writing that I just want to read everything he writes anyway. I have all of his other books. I read everything except for that letters he wrote to his wife. That isn't the book wall. Do you have this? I also picked up Well Actually by Maisie Eddings, which is a romance. It looked kind of fun. It's got cute little sprayed edges. It's kind of podcasty, second chance romance. I don't know, I'm trying to get more into romance. I've enjoyed some. I would like to have enough that I want to keep on my shelves to do a recommendations video, because right now it's looking like The Nightmare Before Christmas books, Neon Gods, Black Iris. Is that it? That looks like it's about it. So I'd like to get some more under my belt so I could do something like that. I have Resball by Byron Graves, which I don't know. It looked like a good one. It's one that I remember seeing around when it was coming out. Also picked up Tramps Like Us by Joe Westmoreland, which kind of goes in with the Sunflower Boys of Sam Watchman. These are historical, tragic, queer situations. This one is 70s. Oh man, this is a... Okay. This is like a memoir. I don't know if it says a novel. I don't know if it's like a straight memoir or if it's a uh kind of like the Shard situation. I will have to take a look at this. And then this one is, I think, takes place in the Ukraine. Yes. So yeah, there's that. I'm gonna do, like I said, I'm gonna try and finish Freaks Law tonight. I'm really enjoying it. I always feel so bad for the first book I read when the school year begins because it always gets a bad rap because I'm like fucking everywhere. But I think it will feel good to like sit down on my computer because it's been the first time like 3 days I've done that because I've just been out for so long. First time I've been home before 7 in a couple days. So do that, a couple things, and then probably go to bed. But like I said, I'm gonna try and finish Freaks Law. That would be really great if I could finish Freaks Law. I will talk to you if I have something to talk about. If I finish Freaks Law, definitely. Otherwise, probably tomorrow, probably at the same time. Tomorrow, same time, same place. But that is that. My voice is a little off, but that's just the first day talking so much. I think my kids this year are quieter than last year's kids. Last year's kids are still my favorite. A couple of them stopped in. A couple of them walked past the room about 6 times in the morning. I'm like, you can say hi, that's okay. But no, there's that. Yeah, I will talk to you when I have something to say. So I have done 3 things off my to-do list. I did kind of 3 rounds of procrastination conga line. It's only 7:10. I'm gonna pop a bag of popcorn and work on this, I think. Just see what we can get read. Because I don't really want to go to bed yet. Because here's the thing, if I go to bed right now, what am I gonna do? I'm gonna watch TikToks for 2 hours. So I might as well get a little bit of reading done. I did just turn off my computer. I maybe should have kept that on the off chance I finished it. I want to finish this today. It feels ridiculous to me. I've read this long, especially considering I've been enjoying it so much. This feels like a very comfortable favorite of the year. Like, yeah, I was gonna love this kind of stuff. But no, I'm gonna. All right, hi, hello. I did finish up Freaks Law. I loved it. I loved this book so fucking much. I really liked the ideas of bringing something new into a very small town, a small rural town. This takes place in Scotland, but rural towns are rural towns everywhere. You know, when you've got a town with not very many people in it, these people are going to not like anything new coming in. I love the characters. Werewolf Louis has a soft spot, special place in my heart. I loved him and the hairdresser. I thought they were adorable. Fucking Zed. I understand everybody falls in love with Zed, man. And Derek's whole thing, I think I would have liked Ruth to have gotten more of, I don't know, like, I do like how she ended up, and I do think that having anything more certain for her would have been kind of antithetical to the point we're trying to make with her character, because she started out so certain. Like, if we have such a certain ending for her, something more than her just being on a, I shouldn't say that, be spoiler, something more than that kind of feels like her entire character arc was for nothing. But no, I liked the writing. I liked how gross it was, but without losing style. I think that's a situation that we see a lot in modern extreme horror, is that they don't have much of a style. And I've seen people argue that, like, oh no, that's a feature, not a bug. I'm like, shut up. It's a feature that your books are bad. That's your feature. Get some style, get some figurative language. I love this. I loved the concept. I loved the ideas behind it. I loved the characters. I loved the descriptions. A carnival horror is always going to get me, you know, and this was wonderful. So that was for Teal. So I've got Pennywise again. Let's see what our prompt is. And right now, because the last one ended on that one right there, that means that the wall in front of the book wall is 1. So we'll get there when we do that. But our prompt is going to be, can you see it? No, you can't. V. It's a letter prompt. So this is for the favorite thing from her kid one, which I did A to Z challenge. So I need something. Oh, this starts with a V. All right, let's see. I got my dice here. 3. 1, 2, 3, which means something off my Kindle that starts with the letter V. Let's see. I'm gonna go grab my Kindle. We'll see. Okay, so Kindle's woken up. I have got, I don't know how much I have. I do have a lot of books on my Kindle. What I'm gonna do is I'm going to scroll until I find one that starts with a V. I have a series. I gotta make sure that I'm clicking into the series so that so that I'm seeing the titles. Okay. Ooh, that only took like 40 minutes to finish up that book. That's good. I like that. Okay. And this is one situation where I can absolutely see if I don't have one, because it's not very difficult to scroll through an entire Kindle catalog. So I think if there's not one in this here, I am going to have to just do whatever, I guess. Maybe I'll roll again. I didn't think V was going to be a problem. I knew that X was, and that's why I bought one, but here, I'm going to pause this so we don't have a million minutes of me scrolling on my Kindle. Okay, I had to scroll for a hot second, and I found some things that I didn't even know I had on my Kindle. Like, I have Gideon the Ninth. Who knew? Not me. But I did eventually find one. It's called The Voyeur. It's by Alice O'Day. It is part of the La Petite Mort Club series. It is contemporary erotica romance. Here's a picture of the cover. So that is what I am reading next. I was hoping it was a short story, because if it was, I was just gonna read it right now. It's not. It's like a novel. So that's what I'll be reading next. Hopefully it's not too long, or it doesn't take me too long. I would like to be able to read more than 2 books this week. I know it's only Wednesday. It's only Wednesday, but I've only have 2 books on that top rack there in my TBR cart to wrap up on Sunday. So I'm hoping that I can kind of pick up the fucking pace a little bit. But that is that. I will update you when I have an update. Probably tomorrow after school is my best guess. Everything. I'll talk to you later. And goodbye. Hi. It is the second day of school. I'm not looking forward to tomorrow because I don't know what the fuck to do. Because we've done procedures and stuff, and we're gonna find some good booklets, maybe an art hub, look at some other procedure stuff. I don't know. So I did end up finishing The Voyeur by Alice O'Day before school started, because it was not a short story, but it was about 60 pages long, and then the end is just all like, here's all the other stuff that I've written as an author. So it did not take me very long. No, it's like 40 pages, because it ended up 70, and there was like 40 pages I didn't read. But that's done. I did get a workbook, but I know that's just copies of Hoot, so I'm not going to open that right here, right now. But I am going to pick out my next book I'm reading. So we got Pennywise here. It is award winner. So I need an award winner of some kind. And let's see, this one was a Kindle, so that means we start over there. And there's got to be something over there. I need to go and see if any of those books won any awards. I have a couple in mind that I think might have. So I was doing Goodreads choice, but I think I'm going to do any award. I'm going to do that, because otherwise I'm going to be really annoyed about it. So I am going to look some of them up and see some of the ones that I think have, and see. I'll be back in a minute here. I'm back. Lonely Castle in the Mirror won the Japan Booksellers Award, which I'm going to say A-okay. That'll do. So that is all. Hi, it's Friday. I read about, wow, look at that, 40 pages of Lonely Castle in the Mirror. I finished May, so I'm on page 41. I'm on June. It's interesting so far. I think I'm gonna really hope I can get through a lot of books this weekend. I really want to. I'm doing so far. I don't have much to say about. Otherwise, I did get a stack of packages. I think one of them is a copy of Hoot for the classroom, but we'll see. I am so fucking tired. God damn. All right. I did pick up. I don't know. I was in a bit of a mood, and I went on eBay when I was at my parents' house last week or something like that. I got Brave New World by Aldous Huxley. I've read Brave New World before, of course, but I really wanted to get another copy of it because it's been a while, and I like the cute little vintage edition, so maybe I'll keep this one. This right here, I think, is gonna be a similar situation. I was thinking about the classic dystopians. If I'm right, I think I'm right that this is what I'm looking at. Oh, damn, it's not. It's a textbook. Yeah, textbook? Yes. How to Interpret Literature for one of my classes, which starts next week, so I gotta hope that I get all my books in. This one is a thrift book. It's a copy of Hoot. I'm just taking it to the school. And this one is from Amazon. Is it a pre-order, maybe? I know I have some August pre-orders, and I'm really behind on emails, so something might have shipped and I didn't realize it. That's how it is when school starts. Oh my god, I'm exhausted. We start curriculum. No, it's another textbook, reading on adult literature. So really, I only added one book to the book wall today. Look at that. I thought I was gonna add at least 3. But you have Brave New World. Again, I'm excited to reread this. I really enjoyed it the first time I read it. I was an adult, but I would like to reread it as an older adult. I think I was maybe 23 when I read this. I'm 28 now. It's 5 years. Yeah, 5 years. I could look, I guess, but so at this, I'm probably gonna keep this edition. Historically, Fahrenheit 451 has been my favorite of the classic dystopians, but I did like Brave New World more than 1984. So there's that. God, I've got shit to do. I don't want to stand up, man. Ugh. Alright, it's 7 o'clock. I'm done just laying around. I literally have I talked to my mom on the phone for an hour. I just kind of laid there and watched videos for quite a long time. But I'd like to do some stuff tonight before I go to bed. So I'm going to do that. I'm at my computer now. I have my book. I think I might count. I don't know. It's hard to tell how much I should read at a shot with these books. Maybe I should go to I could maybe do the months. I don't know. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how much I read at a time with this one, because it's hard because it doesn't have traditional chapters. But maybe I'll go by months. I haven't decided. We'll see. Hello, good morning. That's an angle you don't see every day. It's 6:30. I have 90 pages into Lonely Castle in the Mirror. I'm really enjoying it. I think today's going to be a good book day because we're going to go do laundry at Stephen's parents' house, and when that happens, I bring a lot of books and I read a lot of books. So when it gets closer to leaving time, I'll probably pull a couple more prompts, depending on how long the books I pull are. This one is very quick. I don't think this is a YA novel, but it kind of reads like one in how fast it's reading. Not saying that's bad. I mean, YA is not bad, and that's not a bad situation. But yeah, no, I'm enjoying it. I think it's interesting. I think the more that we learn about the stuff, the more that we learn about why Kokoro is the way she is and what's going on, I just oh man, the sadder I get. It's very sad. It's a sad book. But no, that's where I'm at. I'm 90 pages in. I'm at August. I will absolutely finish this day. We will see exactly when. Hi, it's 10:42. I am 200 pages into Lonely Castle Mirror. Probably not quite that much. Probably more 150. Where am I? 161. And I'm gonna pull a few books to take with, because I'm gonna be gone all day today. This is the last day of the vlog, because I'm trying to make this week. I'm trying to actually do a weekly vlog and do it right. But how many I pick is gonna determine entirely on the size of the books. I'm thinking at least 2, but we'll see. So the first one, what does that say? Okay, that's Asian American Pacific Islander from 4 away from the last one. So it'll be 1, 2, 3. So it's the exact same one again. So I will go and see if I can find one. Marie Lou. Marie Lou is Asian American. So I got Stars and Smoke. This is YA. It's got pretty small text. I'm thinking maybe just one more. I guess it depends on what it is. The one more that I pick. Let's see what we're doing next. Exotic pets. Oh god. Oh my god, 4 again. Which means we stay at the exact same spot. An exotic pet. Oh, okay, let's. Could we maybe flip this fantasy? I'm gonna go look at a lot of those books. I'll be back probably in a hot second. I'll be back at some point. I found something. So I have Books of Blood Volume 2, and the last story in this one is The New Murders in the Rue Morgue. And it's the exact same twist as the Edgar Allan Poe story. I'm counting it. I was really struggling there. I think I'm gonna do one more. It feels right to do one more, so I'm gonna do one more. I hope I can get away from that corner of books with my dice roll, but okay. This one is asexual representation. Ooh, that's tough. That's tough, man. Let's see. 6. So it'll be the big wall. Okay, that makes it easier. I'll be back. Okay, this might be a bit of a reach. Oh no, it's not. He's a point of view character in this one. I'm gonna use my own book in the beautiful new edition, The False Prophet, because Michael is asexual. I forgot which, if he was, I thought he was a POV character in 3, but he was a POV character in 4. You can see just how much I think about the series. But I did recently get a new edition of this one because I got a new cover. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. Adore it. I have 2, 3, and 4. Now I'll have new covers, but here we go. Now I feel like I can pull another one. This isn't gonna take me long. Let's just do one more, okay? We'll just do one more because 2 of these I'm not gonna take very long on. So we're just gonna do one more. This is getting dangerously close to a full TBR. 5 isn't ridiculous, right? For a day. 5 isn't ridiculous? Okay. Nonfiction. Okay. It's just gotta be nonfiction. I think this is one of the ones in the nonfiction thing. 6, which means we're back at a fucking regular one. Do we have much nonfiction over there? I see one, I guess. I'm just gonna fold this book up, actually. We're gonna stick with 4 books. That seems like enough. We're sticking her back up. We're putting it back in there. And I will talk to you when I finish something or have something to say. It's like 10 p.m. We just got home. We saw the new Naked Gun movie. It was fine. I didn't open a single book. So since I took those things out of the Pennywise, I gotta read all these before I pull another prompt. So that'll be next week's journey because it's Saturday. But to close out this vlog, Barnes & Noble had half-off hardcover sale, as you may know. And I learned about this like the day before school started. And so I was in a vulnerable state. So I've got some hardcovers from Barnes & Noble to unbox. Here we are. Okay, so let's get all this out of here. I have, I believe, 5 in here because I got 6. One of them is shipped separately for some reason. And so first I have The Stalker by Paula Boehmer. I'd never heard of this, but it looked interesting. It's about this there's a guy who just does stupid stuff. It kind of gave me Bryce Nell's vibes, I think, is what I was into for this one. This next one, we've got Wrecked by Alex Gonzalez, which is very online. Can you not, please, ma'am? Stop. Which is something that's interesting to me. I think it's got horror elements to it. Yeah, a disturbing examination of toxic masculinity in the darkest pits of the internet. I'm sorry. It came with a whole bunch of these, and Jelly Jam is having a great time with that. So yeah, that looks interesting. This is one I've seen around a bit. Another one that I've seen around a bit, Sword Crossed by Freya Marsky. Love the burgundy edges. That's pretty fun. It's got stuff from C.S. Pacat on the back, which does give me some good vibes here. I don't know, this just looked like some fun. Casey was on the front, fun queer fantasy. This next one was actually in my Amazon cart, and it was cheaper on Barnes & Noble. The Corruption of Hollis Brown by Kay Ancrum. The first book by Ancrum I read, The Way to the Stars. The Astronaut one. I didn't like it. Icarus, I loved it. I believe this is Ancrum's 2025 release, or 2024? 2025 release, so I am excited. And the last one that I have in this box is, oh my, it's heavy. It's okay, of course, it's Brian Selznick. It's nuts to me that Brian Selznick was writing a gay YA novel. I remember him from, what was that book called? There was the Tito Hugo Cabaret? I don't know, but he had these huge books, like huge children's books, and I remember being so bored with it. Like, I really wanted to get into, because I've always really liked big books, because I felt like I was getting my money's worth. I wanted to get into them, never could as a kid. But now he's written gay YA. This is Run Away With Me by Brian Selznick, and it was the classic Brian Selznick illustration. I wonder if this is kind of autobiographical. I found a lot of the times that when, yeah, The Invention of Hugo Cabaret, that was him, and Wonderstruck, yeah, that when authors kind of pivot from doing very traditional children's work, move into like gay YA, it's generally very personal, because I think that then they're finally able to tell the stories that they've wanted to tell, since it's not 2005 anymore. Not that we're really looking all that great right now, but no, I was interested. Like, mostly the fact that it was by Brian Selznick, that was like, really? Brian Selznick? That's nuts. So yeah, there's that. At the end of the week, next week is a full week of school. Full week of teaching, not just like 2 days of in-service, 3 days of school, but we are actually teaching next week. We're rotating, we're doing curriculum. We're not just doing fucking expectations. God, 3 days of expectations is too many. It's too many. I started reading rounds on day 2 because I'm like, I cannot do a full day of introductory activities with these kids. I will go literally insane. So we started reading rounds already, but that is that. Yeah, I'm gonna put some stuff vaguely away, go to bed pretty quick, but yeah, that is the end of this reading vlog. I will talk to you tomorrow with a new reading vlog for the last week of August. Before we get into the Reading Rebellion. Is that what that readathon is called? I don't even know. I haven't done a readathon on Pace. I guess Her Kids kind of readathon, which I'm doing right now, but I haven't done a readathon on Pace since like the Booktubeathon in like 2015. So like, it's gonna be interesting. I hope I fucking stick to it and remember about it. That's the main thing. I hope I remember that I'm doing this, because I tried to do Sunrise on the Reaping readathon, whatever it's called, Sunrise on the Readathon. I don't know what it's called. And I forgot that I was gonna do it, and then it was over. I was like, oh shit, I signed up for that, didn't do it. Don't bite me. But that is that. I'm tired. Good night. Goodbye. I'll see you tomorrow.